Hello and welcome to another episode of Exvius Updates, the show that brings you all of the hottest information for your favorite application, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Global, available to you guys on iOS, Android, as well as Amazon devices. I am your host, Shaly, and boy, do we have a show for you today. I am over the moon excited because Final Fantasy VII Advent Children collaboration is here, you guys. I cannot tell you how long I have been waiting for this. Final Fantasy VII is my most favorite game of all time. So if you know me, you know that this is absolutely the best news that I could have ever gotten. Advent Children, if you guys are not familiarized with the term, this is the name of the spin-off movie that takes place after the original events of Final Fantasy VII. So it's a continuation of the story. I recommend that you guys watch it. It's a beautifully made movie, and the story is really, really great. And now we're getting it just in time to celebrate the FF7 remake that has just been released a few weeks back. I mean, what better timing than ever for all things Final Fantasy VII, am I right, you guys? So please get excited for the event. Please get excited for the units and stick around to learn more. Alright, now let's talk about the event that's going to be taking place. The event is going to be called Midgar's Edge, and of course, Midgar being the central focus of the original Final Fantasy VII. After all of those events take place and everybody's living in the age of Advent Children, Midgar is still very much the focus of the story, so we have to continue there and see what has happened. How have people progressed in then? What happened to our heroes? It's very fun to play the event and try to get little tidbits here and there if you haven't already watched the movie. But the event period is going to be from May 7th to May 20th, so make sure that you're jotting those notes down. It's going to be a King Mog event, so you guys are going to go and do a lot of battles to farm that currency that will allow you to exchange with King Mog. And the currency this time around is church flowers. Your girl Aerith is bringing her church flowers around to brighten up your day, so make sure that you're collecting as many of those as you can. And not only that, but you'll also be able to trade for a free 7-star unit, Kadaj. Kadaj being the main bad guy of Advent Children, if you guys are not familiar with him. One of Sephiroth's remnants. Spoiler alert. Maybe I should have said spoiler alert first. But you'll get lots of cool stuff, including, you can get his prism to evolve him to 7-star. Of course, you trade for him as a 5-star base, get his prism, get him to 7-star. You can get his trust mogul and his super trust moguls as well, to just get the absolute package for Kadaj. And not only that, but of course we're going to have event limited equipment as well that you guys can see on screen. So please make sure that you are playing the event as much as possible. On week 2, we're going to have an exploration event that has Easter eggs from the movie as well. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. It is now time to get into the units, the FF7 Advent Children units that we can expect this time around. Of course, we cannot start any FF7 event without your boy, my husband, Mr. Cloud. Cloud's FF7 Advent Children version is here. He's going to be a 5-star to 7-star base, superior physical attacker with an incredibly explosive CG limit burst. Not only is the CG for the limit burst absolutely exquisite and beautiful, and the voice acting is just absolutely impeccable, but the strength of this limit burst is absolutely ridiculous. Like, Cloud FF7 AC is king of limit bursts. Let's just put that out there right now. He's going to also have a variety of abilities that chain with either Stardust Ray or Octaslash. So keep that in mind when picking partners to chain with him in battle. He can imbue himself with earth and light elements, so you get a little bit of elemental damage there as well. And he will be strong against humans and Machina monsters, so he gets killers on top of his elemental imbues as well. Excellent, excellent unit. Let's go through some of his featured abilities here. First one, Fenrir Full Throttle. You're going to be able to use this once every 6 turns. It will be available on turn 1. Boost attack by 250% for 5 turns. Boost LB gauge fill rate by 150% for 5 turns. Boost LB damage by 50%, not dispellable, for 6 turns. And damage at a 3 times multiplier, not dispellable, of certain abilities. So the boost is for the 3 times multiplier. Okay, and the abilities are going to be Gaia Break, Clim Hazard, FF7 AC, Helios Break, Spin Drive, Braver, FF7AC, Finishing Touch, FF7AC, Blade Team, FF7AC, and again, this is for 5 turns. And it's going to also enable triple limit for 4 turns. And I know that was a mouthful, but hopefully I said it clearly enough. Basically, you are just boosting damage up the wazoo for Cloud in all sorts of areas, whether it be his actual attack or his LB damage or damage for certain abilities. And it's available right away on turn 1, so make sure that you're using that as much as possible. Now, the other ability that we really want to point out here is Cherry Blossom FF7AC. You're going to be able to use this one once every 4 turns, but it's going to be available from turn 4, so you have to wait to use this one for a longer kind of battle. This is going to damage one enemy at a 30 times multiplier. It will boost LB damage at 150%. This is not dispellable for himself for 3 turns, and it's going to damage one enemy at a 38 times multiplier next turn. And this is going to be Stardust Ray chain, so keep that in mind when you are trying to chain during battle. Now let's get to the LB, which is the absolutely crowning achievement of Cloud FF7AC. This is going to be the Omni Slash version 5. And at a max LB level, 7-star, these are the stats that you guys can expect. Boost LB damage at 100%, not dispellable, for caster for 1 turn. Deal partial and mitigated damage at a 34 times multiplier with 50% ignore defense to one enemy. And enable charge limit, live streams guidance, and triple limit for 3 turns. So obviously what you want to be doing here is casting Cherry Blossom first and then doing Omni Slash version 5 on the turn after that. Just experiment with his rotations and try to get the maximum damage output for limit burst damage there for Cloud. Now, I'm sure that you guys can see his Trust Master and his Super Trust Master on screen. If you want to bring out Cloud's true potential, you definitely want both. The Trust Master for the LB damage for sure, and then the Super Trust Master, 190 attack is really high. So it will help a lot. And that extra LB boost, damage boost is going to also help a lot. So if you can... If you can get both, definitely get both so that your Cloud can just destroy absolutely everything. But if you can only get one, then, you know, I leave it up to you which one is the best one to get. Probably the Trust Master is easier to get, but I definitely recommend both.
大切じゃないものなんかない。思い出の中でじっとしていてくれ。
Now moving on to Tifa, FF7AC version is here, 5-star to 7-star. Not only is she the most beautiful lady I have ever seen in my life, she has been globally upgraded. Oh my goodness, she didn't cause enough damage in JP, so they said, hey, let's bring her to global, make her even more lovely and deadly at the same time. I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't know if you guys can tell how hyped I am by the way my voice is sounding today, but I am so excited for both of these units. Now, she is going to be a true double-hand physical attacker, and she's going to be able to imbue herself with water and lightning elements. So if you have her in the same party as Cloud, you're going to have 4 elements at your disposal, which is super great. She's going to have access to Stardust Ray frames in her abilities as well, so she will be able to chain with Cloud, on top of, you know, both having elemental attributes. And then she's also going to have Bird Killer in her kit, so she's going to be strong against avian foes. And if you have her, again, with Cloud in the same party, those are 3 different types of killers in one party already. So should you have them together in this party at all times? I say yes, because I ship Tifa and Cloud 1,000,000% for the rest of eternity, and there's nothing that you can say to change my mind. They belong together, the most perfect couple ever. That's that. Now, to her featured abilities. Over limit, getting a global upgrade here. 1 use every 5 turns, available on turn 1. This is going to boost her attack by 250% for 4 turns. Fill LB gauge by 27 crystals. Boost LB damage by 200%, not dispellable. And damage at a 4 times multiplier for certain abilities. And the list is long for this ability, so bear with me. It's going to be Plasma Combo, Somersault FF7AC, Somersault Dive, Zangan Combination Plus, Dolphin Blow FF7AC, Final Heaven Plus, Meteor Strike Explosion, Meteor Drive FF7AC, Beat Rush FF7AC, Beat Rush Fury, Water Kick FF7AC, Water Kick Torrent, and I think that's them, and that's for 4 turns. And then enable Triple Limit for 3 turns. And Triple Limit, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but that's the ability that allows both Tifa and Cloud to triple cast. So they can use 3 different abilities in the same turn, okay? And now to another of her featured abilities here, 7th Heaven Plus. 7th Heaven, of course, being the bar that she runs in Sector 7 slums. I'm not going to go into it anymore because I can talk about FF7 all day, but 7th Heaven Plus is also getting a global upgrade, 1 use every 4 turns, available on turn 4. So very much like Cloud's Cherry Blossom, you can see again the synergy here. I already, made my case on that, but here's even more proof that they should be together. Damage 1 enemy, 55 times multiplier, fill LB gauge by 10 crystals for all allies. So this is going to help all allies in your party. And the damage at a 51 times multiplier for 1 enemy on the next turn. And this is going to be in Stardust Ray Chain frames. So again, keep that in mind when you are building a party. But you know for sure that if you have Tifa and Cloud in the same party, they are going to work absolutely perfectly together. Now for her Trustmaster and Super Trustmaster, you guys can see them on the screen. I believe that Super Trustmaster obviously is the better option here because you get so much attack when you equip her with a fist, and that's what Tifa's all about. She's a fist fighter, so you should definitely have her equipped with fists. But power to you, whichever one it is that you would like to go for, that's totally up to you. But again, I cannot stress how amazing Cloud FF7AC and Tifa FF7AC are. These are incredible units, total powerhouses, and they're coming at us, so be ready. We do have 2 other units in the mix, which is going to be Kadaj, who's the free unit that I mentioned earlier, and Yazoo and Lost, who are also very integral to the FF7AC story. But we'll leave those explanations for another time, and just enjoy these units, guys. Welcome them with open arms because they're here to stay, and I'm absolutely loving it. And of course, we know that you're going to be wanting to summon for these units. I can obviously tell you with 1000% honesty that I'm going to be getting both of them no matter what. I am going to get Cloud FF7AC and I'm going to get Tifa FF7AC, and whatever comes in between, I'm going to be happy, but I'm going to keep summoning until I get both of them. And what's going to help you to summon these are going to be 2 step-up summons coming at you, and they're going to be working similarly to the step-up summons that we've been having recently. I'm sure that they will be shown on screen right now for you guys, so make sure that you don't miss out on this opportunity to get these absolutely amazing units, because you are definitely going to want them on your side. Okay, and this time around, of course, we're also going to have ability awakenings for you guys. We're going to have Regina, Axstar, Xeno of the Beta Star, and Eurisha having their ability awakenings coming in, and Roberta, your favorite Dragoon girl, is getting latent abilities as well. So make sure that you guys are looking forward to these. Make sure that you have all of your crisps collected and ready to go, because it's time to spend them on some awakenable abilities. And of course, to celebrate the coming of FF7 Advent Children to Global, we're going to have a special login bonus for you guys from May 7th to May 20th, which is the duration of the event. Again, take notes if you need to. But if you log in during this campaign period, you're going to be able to get 2 different types of coins. One is the exchange coin FF7AC parentheses U, and the other is the exchange coin FF7AC parentheses P. Now, the U stands for unit and the P stands for prism. And what you are going to be able to do with these coins is that the U one, you can trade in for a free FF7 unit, and the P one, you can exchange for an FF7 unit's prism. This is completely for free. Now, I do have to stress 2 things. Number 1, these are the older FF7 units that you guys will be able to see on screen, so they are not the Advent Children units, but a free unit and a free prism is still a free unit and a free prism. So if your collection is not complete, or if you were looking to have, your 7 stars so that you could get a Super Trustmaster, this is your chance. And the second thing that I have to point out is that you cannot miss even 1 day of logging in, because if you do, you won't be able to qualify for both coins. So you have to log in every day, guys. Make sure that you don't miss a day. Make sure that you're keeping track of when the refresh is so that you are there to collect your rewards, because you don't want to miss out on this. It's going to be, especially helpful for those of you who are just joining the game and don't have that many 7-star units at your disposal. This is a completely free 7-star if you just log in every day during the campaign, so don't miss out, guys. And that does it for us here today at Exvius Updates from Home version. I am so incredibly excited for FF7 having children to make it to global, you guys. I don't know if you were able to tell at all during the whole video just how hyped I really am. I'm like shuddering as I bring you all of this information because I cannot say it enough. FF7 is my most favorite game of all time. And Advent Children is a wonderful extension of the FF7 universe, so I'm very, very much looking forward to playing the event in Global, getting both Cloud and Tifa, and just conquering the world, owning the whole world of FFBE with them in my party. Some more exciting news for you guys. On the 4th of June, we will finally have our release for the Thai and Indonesian languages in FFVE, so hopefully our Thai and Indonesian players are excited to see their languages being represented in our game. Please do look forward to that as well. And I am hoping, of course, for the day where I can go back to the studio and record these videos with Hiroki, record them with Alex. But we do have to wait for this whole thing to blow over and for everybody to be really okay and safe before we can do all of that again. So, reminder to take good care of yourselves, guys. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that your friends and loved ones are also doing well. Be safe out there, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.